Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys a soft glam makeup look. It is also my first video back 2025. I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas and a New Year's. I'm very excited because I have lots of new makeup products that I really want to share with you all, and most of them are Made by Mitchell because Made by Mitchell is one of my favourite makeup brands and I really want to bring more of his products onto my YouTube channel, and I have quite a bit of his newness from his 25-day advent calendar that I brought over Christmas, so I'm really excited to finally use all the products and share with you guys all of the products that I got in his advent calendar. As you can see already, I have done my eyebrows. I just need to do my eyes now. I'm going to prep them. I'm going to put my concealer on and then my powder. Makeup bag, I have a bunch of Made by Mitchell newness and I'm so excited to share it with you all guys. I also am doing a look with my hair up and a little curly fringe at the front here, which I'm so excited for because these are my favourite type of looks and I always prefer showing my makeup with my hairs scraped back. My eyes, I'm going to be using my favourite concealer, and as we all know that is the Lasting Perfection concealer. To blend that with, I'm going to be using my Made by Mitchell flat brush. Powder my eyes with, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Powder, and I'm going to be using my Clay Mana Powder Puff to do that with because the Clay Mana Powder Puffs are so good and super soft. This powder is also so good to set your eyes with because it leaves your eyeshadow on for the longest time. I love prepping my eyes before putting on eyeshadow. The eyeshadow that I'm going to be using for today's video is my new eyeshadow palette that I got for Christmas, and this is the Kylie Jenner My Bronze palette, and I'm really excited to use this. That was actually so hard to get into, but this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. It's so pretty. I am obsessed with the shades inside. I am going to start off with these shades and then work my way down to this shade, so I'm not going to slightly tap this and use it for a base. I remember her other one being quite pigmented, so I'm just gonna tap it a bit because I don't want to put a lot of eyeshadow palette onto my eyes. So I literally just start with, yeah, that is so pigmented already and I'm obsessed. I always start off with putting it on the end of my eye and then going over the top of my eyes like this, and then I will just leave like a gap here so then I can put other stuff inside the middle instead of just putting it all over my eyelids, and then I will literally just blend it out. The eyeshadow brush that I'm using is the Morphe eyeshadow brush, and I love using the Morphe eyeshadow brushes to blend my eyeshadow out with because they are so easy to blend out your eyeshadow with, and it just works so well to apply your eyeshadow. I'd say if you are starting off with learning about makeup or just getting into makeup, these eyeshadow brushes are definitely the most easiest ones to use. I'm doing like quite a soft but full eye look at the same time because I haven't created one of those in a while, so I am going to do it like really full but subtle too, so it looks nice and soft on your eyes. This is the eyeshadow base now done. For my glitter, I'm going to be using this goldy glitter. This is the eyeshadow now done. I love the way it looks. I'm now going to add eyeliner. For my eyeliner, I'm going to be using this Made by Mitchell pomade eyeliner, and I have used this before and it is really good. This is in the shade Little Heat, and I feel like this is quite like a warmer shade of eyeliner, so I'm just going to open this up to show you guys the pomade. I love using a pomade sometimes. Oh, I've not used this sort of shade, but this is the brownie shade. The way I do my eyeliner, I literally just put it all over my eyelid and get it right as close to the lash line as possible. I have also just swapped my brush to a Made by Mitchell brush because the Morphe one is good, but it was a bit too soft and I needed something a little bit more like harder, like this sort of one, just so I can create a little bit more of a shape, because I want a like bolder winged at the top, so it shows that it's like a full glam. As much as I do love the Morphe brushes, the Made by Mitchell ones are just insane. I honestly love Made by Mitchell products. This is the finished eyeshadow look. I love how it turned out. I think it is very subtle and bronzy, which I love. I'm now also going to be doing my lashes. For my lashes, I'm going to be using a new set of lashes. I'm going to be using my Lola's lashes. Now these are really good because they're actually magnetic lashes, and I've already done my eyeshadow, so I'm not really sure if they're going to work, but I have used them previously in the past before, so I feel like they will work. I actually also want to try it with no eyeshadow and just like the product within itself, but I generally love these lashes so much over eyeshadow, so I'm going to put this on over here, but I'm actually going to do this off camera because I always mess up with my lashes because I'm not the best at putting them on. But this is the magnetic lashes that I'm using, and this is the pen to put the lashes on, and this is like an eraser if you make a mistake, which is so good. My lashes are now on. That was actually so much harder than I remembered to put on, and I now love them. Hopefully they will stay down because I did keep finding that they kept coming off a bit, but I feel like that's just because I haven't put a lot of the liquid liner on, but I will practice as I go along. I'm just going to put mascara on the bottom of my lashes. I'm going to be using this Benefit Roller in a mini. I actually really want to find a bigger version of this because I love this mascara. I would normally blend my lashes in with mascara, but I don't want to with these just because they are the magnetic ones and I don't feel like I need to, and I don't want to ruin them. I feel like I prefer it the way it is, because sometimes when I find that I blend in my mascara with my lashes, it does ruin them a little bit, and I really do not want to ruin these ones. The eyes are now finished. I actually really love how they have turned out. Now for my favourite part of my makeup, and that is my base of my makeup. I love doing my base makeup because I find it so much fun. For my primer, I have been recently loving this Made by Mitchell primer because I tried it a couple of weeks ago, and ever since I tried it I have noticed such a difference within my foundation, and it just leaves my makeup looking so nice, and it also is amazing at leaving your foundation to last a long time as well, and it also smells so good and it just feels so nice and soft on your face too. I generally love this Made by Mitchell primer. For my foundation, I'm going to be using my NARS foundation. I have recently been loving the Charlotte Tilbury liquid foundation, but I thought with this look, the NARS foundation would be absolutely perfect. And I haven't used this in a while and I kind of miss it, so I'm going to give this one another try. Foundation with, I'm going to be using my Claymana Marshmallow Sponge. If you have looked at my previous videos, you would know that the Claymana Marshmallow Sponges are so good to blend out your foundation with, and they just blend out so flawlessly. They also blend out your foundation in seconds as well. I generally hated the way I done my foundation until I discovered the Claymana Beauty Marshmallow Sponges, and she has her own makeup brand and I am literally obsessed with Claymana just because of how good her products are. As you can see, that literally just blended out so quickly and feels so nice on my face. I've just moved my camera over slightly while there is a sun glow, just so it's not too bright. I also find with these marshmallow sponges is it does not leave any streaks within your foundation, and when I use some beauty blenders or like even a brush, I do notice that it leaves streaks in your foundation. The concealer that I'm going to be using is the Made by Mitchell concealer in the shade BB2. I used this the other day and it is the best for brightening up your under eye, and I'm just using my Made by Mitchell flat brush to blend it out with. This is a really creamy concealer. It just gives off the nicest brightening under eye, and I feel like that would be perfect for this look. Blend that out with, I'm going to be using my Claymana shaped one, because as you can see it has a point to it and it's so easy to blend out your foundation with. She also has Claymana minis as well that I will use to go right in. I always use the thicker end to the shape one as well to dab it all out. I'll start off with the pointy bit and blend, and then I'll take the thicker bit and just blend it out like this. And now I'm going to take the mini marshmallow sponge. I actually got this as a snowman set for Christmas, and I loved the snowman set. For my contour, I'm going to be using two new Made by Mitchell products, and that is his curve case. I actually have this curve case in the extra large, and he brought out mini versions, which is so handy because when I went away to Paris I really wanted to take my big curve case, but because it was too big I couldn't fit it in my makeup bag, and now that he's brought this out I will literally be taking it with me everywhere. This is what the mini curve case looks like. I love the other curve case that I got in the 25 advent calendar. There is a bigger version of this curve case as well, as you would have seen from my other videos, but I'm actually going to use this curve case, and look how mini and cute it is. I am generally obsessed, and it has all of my favourite shades in it, so I'm going to use the top shade in with the Claymana Beauty Shape 1 sponge. This is also so handy to take travelling with you, because the curve case is good to take travelling, but this mini one is even better. For my bronzer, I'm going to be using this Made by Mitchell Bronze Pod. This came in a 25-day advent calendar, and I'm so excited to use this because I generally haven't used any of these products since I got my advent calendar, because I wanted to save them for a YouTube video. And look how pretty this bronzer looks. I've got a feeling it's going to be my new favourite bronzer. To blend that out with, I'm using the Doll Beauty brush. I'm literally just putting this bronzer all over, and I can already tell it's going to be a new favourite bronzer and added to my every single day makeup routine. Powder, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Powder. I'm also going to be using my Clay Manor Powder Puff to blend that out with. I love using this Charlotte Tilbury powder as a base because it works so good. I also put some of it a little bit here because I always find that my makeup always sometimes comes off there. For my blush, I'm going to be using this Made by Mitchell blush book, and I have been loving this blush book recently. I'm feeling I really want to use these two shades here. This is honestly so good. I love this. I also have the bronze book one, and I also really love the bronze book too. I just love Made by Mitchell blush. It is always so good. As you can see, it just leaves that nice subtle tone. For my highlighter, I'm also going to be using a new product that came in my 25-day advent calendar, and that is this Flip Dew. I honestly do not know how I haven't used this yet, because when I show you how amazing this is, I haven't actually used it. I swatched it for a TikTok video. Like, look at the shimmer, and I feel like this will go perfectly with this look. I'm actually just going to use my hands because this highlighter is so creamy, but it's honestly so glittery, so I'm so excited to try it on my face. The pigment on that is actually unreal. I am obsessed with that highlighter. I'm also thinking about putting a little bit in the inner corner of my eyes just to make them pop. I am no words, I'm obsessed. I'm going to be using this lip that I have always used, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow. I don't even know if they still have this in stock because I've had it for such a long time, but I'll literally just mix it around and put it on my lips, and it will generally complete any makeup look, and I don't ever want this to run out because of how much I love this. And as you can see, it has been truly loved. It just feels like I'm putting a Vaseline on my face, and I love it. For my setting spray, I'm going to be using one of my favourite setting sprays, and that is the Made by Mitchell liquid setting spray. This is such a good setting spray. It makes your makeup leave on for the longest time, and it definitely does the job. It also smells amazing as well. This is the finished makeup look. I loved how it turned out, and I really hope you enjoyed watching my first video back of 2025. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe, and I will see you again in my next video.